$240.
Welcome in, sports fans, to the greatest auction in the world. Tonight, Heritage Sports Showcase Auction brought to you guys by Heritage Auctions. Huge thanks to you guys being here. Huge thanks to Heritage Auctions sponsoring tonight. It has been this thumbnail you see here, right? The thumbnail on it there, Greg, in the football helmet. I made that back in September 2022. It has been almost 3 complete years. I mean, I don't think it's happened. I don't think there's been a sports showcase since. I originally made this thumbnail for what I think was the very first sports showcase auction, 2022. Hoo-wee! Hoo-wee, sports fans! Sports fans have been waiting for the day, waiting for the return. I tell ya, there's some super rare NES, Dusty Diamond All-Star Softball, very rare NES sports game, it's full set collector stuff. Same with this Pro Sport Hockey right here, Wada Pop 1. Only factory sealed copy on the Wada Pop report. It's always been insanely rare. Again, it really only, you kind of got to be a full set collector to really know what it is, but like, rare as hell. Race America is here. That's a, Wada Pop 4, I think. It came up on the podcast episode. Rollerblade Racers, rare as heck. A lot of these sports games on NES, especially, same with Super Nintendo, they're extremely rare. Now, do they have the biggest audiences in the world? We're about to find out. All Pro Basketball starts things off 9.8A going for $400. Bad News Baseball 9.8A plus for $425. Bases Loaded 9.8A plus for $2,750, setting the early high benchmark here. Almost $3,000 for Bases Loaded 9.8A plus. This is an early print copy, right? Yeah, early print with the circle seal. I don't have direct comps for it, or the comps are going back so many years.
Tackles.
Let's go, Marty, the one-man party. Comps are going back so damn far that I can't really say anything, but the 9.8A++ later print was $2,280. That was last year, February. So this first print copy here, early print, 9.8A+, it did beat that sale. Like, it can't be doing that bad on Bases Loaded there. $2,750 has to be decent, all things considered. Blades of Steel 8.0A for $537, sorry. Bo Jackson Baseball... My God. Bo Jackson's Baseball, 9.8A plus for $500 into Double Dribble, 85 plus. It says later production, I guess. I guess it's a later. It's still a circle seal. Isn't there a Rev A oval on this? Isn't there an oval seal copy on Double Dribble, or is this it?
$850.
Either way, none graded higher of this variant on the VGA Pop Report, pushing its way to $1,000 here. Konami Silver Box Classic Double Dribble. Oh, boy. Oh, boy. 106 sports games tonight. 106. 13 Maddens. Honestly, there could be more Madden. The crazy thing, right, is like this auction has a lot of really good games, good sports games, rare sports games. Some of the biggest ones are missing from this auction. Like, even Tecmo Bowl, I don't believe is in here, funny enough. The Maddens, there are 13 Maddens, but, like, I don't think any of the Maddens are, like, top-tier Madden games. Like, even... Oh, no, there's a first Madden here. Sorry, there is John Madden Football, the original Madden, on Super Nintendo 7.0A. So there is a first print Madden. I apologize. I didn't think there was. Or a first release Madden there on SNES. But a lot of the biggest, rarest, most expensive, historically speaking, right? A lot of the sports games that have sold for the most over the years, they aren't in this auction. It is a little bit more on the rare side, more niche sports titles, if you want to call it that. Double Dribble did push to 1,687. Yeah, grading all the love. Like I said, it's a good Konami Silver Box Classic. A lot of people like Double Dribble. I have no connection to it myself. I've never played it type thing, but like, I am well aware that Double Dribble is always going to do well whenever it comes up. It looks like there might not. Oh, I'd have to look. I'd have to check the pop report. They said this is, none higher on the VGA pop report. An 85 same variant last sold for 870. So, like, this doubled up the VGA 85 from last year. Not too bad. Oh, Dusty Diamonds All-Star Softball 85 plus. Yeah, long considered one of the rare sports games on NES. It always has been. 9 copies on the VGA pop report. One time I owned an 80 plus of this, I think. A VGA 80 or an 80 plus, God, that's probably all the way back in like 2014. And I think all the way back then, 2014, 2013, whenever the hell I owned a copy, I think it was like 300 US. for an 80, like I said, I think it was an 80 plus. Call it 300 US for an 80 plus. I mean, here we are in 2025, 85 plus is only selling for twice as much as it did like 12 years ago. Not great to see on Dusty Diamond Softball. Great if you are a NES enthusiast, full deep set collector, you like the rare games, but Dusty Diamond isn't really not doing much out there, you know what I mean? Dusty Diamond's not doing much there for the 85 plus. Let's see if there's comps. There's enough copies. Surely we have some comps, no?
$130.
No direct comps on it, unfortunately. I thought there would be on Dusty Diamond. Surely there's been a lot of copies that have sold, but Heavy Shredding 9.48 for 350. Hoops 9.68 plus. Yeah, no black box in this auction, Odin. No black box tennis, 10-yard fight, pro wrestling, volleyball. No black box in this auction. Again, right, some of the most expensive sports games that you might think of that come to your mind. None of them in this auction. Hoops, 162.50 there into ice hockey, 8.5A. Another game that people brought up in the last video we did there. The cheat code is the cover box art for ice hockey. It's just not exciting. You know what I mean? It's just not exciting. Had they gone with the pixel art of the black box design of Metroid or something, I genuinely think there'd be a lot more interest in the game overall. A lot of people herald it as a hockey classic on the system. Like, I've never heard someone say ice hockey sucks. 8.5A goes for $300. Like, obviously it still gets some love. It just, you know what I mean? If the box art was a lot better, it's weird that they went with the cropped design as well for the, I don't know. It doesn't inspire much, you know? John Elway's quarterback, 9.0A. Goofy ass John Elway there selling for $162.50. Play action football, 9.8A plus. And of course, if you guys want to get into a future showcase, a future signature, man, the upcoming signature is like 8 days away now. Yeesh. 8 days away from the signature now. I had to move my freaking wisdom teeth appointment. I was going to get all my teeth ripped out on the 20th, but I had to bump that now to September so I could be here for the signature for you guys. So don't worry. I'm not missing the signature. I'm putting off freaking getting my wisdom teeth pulled. Can't miss the signature. Coming up on September 22nd, 23rd, I believe. So if you want to get into the next signature, September, October, November. Should be November, December for that. There's still time to consign for the next signature. And of course, more showcase auctions coming up all throughout the year. We're almost closing out here. I guess only 4 months to close out 2025. Kind of crazy, but lots more showcase, lots more signature coming. Videogames@ha.com. Referral links in the description of the video here. Reach out, talk to a consignment expert. Get your game sold. Get your game sold on Heritage Auctions. Find out if they're the best choice for you. Play action football, 575 on the 9.8A plus into pro sport hockey. So like I said, just rare as heck. First time at Heritage Auctions, of course it is. It's a Wadapop 1. I assume there's only a couple on VGA, if there even are any VGA graded copies. Pushing its way to 1,750 here. How far can rare ass pro sport hockey on NES push? 1993 Jalico. Late NES release. Late. Pushing over 2,000 right now. Remember, Times of Lore, obviously a much better grade on it, but Times of Lore at the signature went for what, like $11,000? That was also a Wadapop 1. So some of these extremely rare games still do have people searching for them. Make no mistake. A 7.5B plus, not the best grade in the world, still pushing up to $2,500 here. Truly one of those games where you either have a sealed copy or you don't. And even then, CIB isn't easy. Pushing up to over 3,000 easy. Oh my god, bidding exploded there. Going to 3,500 on pro sport hockey. Holy smokes. This is even doing better than I expected, to be honest with you. I didn't expect this to be pushing over 3,000 easy right now. Someone just cut bid, still looking for 3,750. Jesus, man.
3,200.
Only items in this auction you'd even toss a bid at or bases loaded in that hockey puck. Yeah, the Mario Lemieux hockey puck coming up later. Kind of cool. Looking for 4,000 on Pro Sport Hockey. You're out on it. Some dude on Xbox. I can't believe you were in on it at this price. Oh my god, dude. Are you the underbidder then? Did you really push this up to like $3,800? 3,750. Holy shoot. Holy shoot, man. 3,750. Rare NES. Still pulling its weight here at the Sports Showcase auction. You love to see it. I don't want games like this to fade away into nothingness. You know what I mean? I love seeing a niche of people or enthusiasts, collectors who still target this kind of stuff. 3,750 on Pro Sport Hockey. Race America, also very rare. Like I said, Wada Pop 4, I believe. Highest graded they've ever sold here at Heritage Auctions. Pushing its way over $1,000. Not surprised. A great cover art on this one. I always thought the box on this looked like fantastic, you know? Really has that Murica vibe to it. Pushing its way to almost $1,500.
Fair warning. 1,000.
Congrats on the Yoshi Story sale. You bought the Gauntlet Legends 95 plus. You're hoping to turn it into a 10. Let's go, dude. Your odds are very high, Greg. Like 95 plus should have like a 60% plus chance of turning into a freaking a 10.0. What's an Ed game, Joe? Oh, Bases Loaded. Bases Loaded is an Ed game. So poetic, Greg. Yeah, not wanting to fade into obscurity. I as a full set collector, Startide, like having been a full set collector, I'll always have a soft spot for this stuff that is rare for the sake of being rare type of games. You know what I mean? Games that are just rare. Might be an absolute pile of shit, Race America. It might be. But like, you're never gonna see it. $1,625 for it. RBI Baseball 10 Gen version, $512. RBI Baseball 2, 9.08 plus 10 Gen again for $512. RC Pro Am 85 plus uncirculated. First production copy here, pushing its way to almost $1,000. RC Pro Am's really cool. It's just a fun game. Like, not the deepest gameplay or anything, but like RC Pro Am is very fun. The last 85 plus sold in May for $875. Right now we're looking for $813. Oh, Mario Lemieux Hockey is an Ed game. Gotcha. Am I targeting anything at the signature? Dude. My last signature purchase was Yoshi's Story, and we saw how well that played out. I mean, it did work out, but you know what I mean. It wasn't a good purchase.
Fair warning.
It's tough. It's tough. I don't know if I'm going to be targeting anything at the signature. I don't know. Part of me wants to just like hoard my money here for Mario and make a genuine push on it. I'm up to like $6,000, I think, sold now for the Mario, 6 or 7. So like, it's getting to that point now where I can start making a genuine push. Like maybe I throw $5,000-$6,000 of my own money at it and then recoup it. You know what I mean? We can start leveraging credit, if you want to say that, but I don't know. We'll have to see how the signature goes. RC Pro Am 781.25 into Rollerblade Racer. Just another rare game that no one ever talks about on NES unless you're chasing every NES game, and then it's like, oh my god, Rollerblade Racer. You never see it. You never see it. 8.58 plus, highest graded copy out of 2 they've sold here at Heritage. The Wada Pop Report has 3 on it. Pushing its way to 350 here. Yeah, have I sold Barai Fighter yet? What a pump, hey? What a pump. Just gonna talk about Barai Fighter there. We can sell it. What a pump on Barai Fighter. I wouldn't be surprised if eBay was cleared out carts and cardboard. That is the most attention that game is going to get in the next 10 years.
Fair warning.
That is everything that Barai Fighter is ever going to get. Now, the entirety of SAC now knows what the fuck that game is. We can all thank Seth for that, baby. We can all thank Seth. We can all thank... I can't say his name. Seth. Thank Seth. Years of speech therapy, man. I still can't say S's and th and s. Still can't do it. What was the speech therapy worth? Absolutely nothing. You got the RC Pro Am. The other 85 plus comp was a later copy, was it? I mean, first print uncirculated, this thing is going to be mint as hell. Oh, this was a last print, sorry. Oh my gosh, I didn't realize it was an oval seal. Yeah, dude, good pickup there. Good pickup. Nothing to complain about with that. June 20th, 2024, almost $1,200 there for another Circle Seal copy. Yeah, these 85 plus uncirculated copies too. This is kind of, I don't want to say it's just VGA being dicks, but RC Pro-Am is a case fresh game. So like, if you want to cross this to Wada Games or to CGC, whoever, like, there's a bum corner up here, but this should be like 9.6 A++ kind of quality. You know what I mean? It looks like it just has the bum corner right here. Very nice game, regardless of what you want to do with it. Anytime you get 85 plus case fresh, like, it's going to be clean as hell, man. Rollerblade Racer went for $400. Super Dodgeball, 8.5A for $362.50. And Ultimate Basketball, 9.8A++. Now, we've had 9.8A++. Yeah, this just sold March 21st, 2024. I don't know if this is the exact same copy.
Fair warning.
Man, I don't know if people are playing hot potato with this or what, but the 9.8A++ for this game, it's $375 now. Yeah, this game has this is tough. $375, 9.8A++. So starting back in 2021, right at the height of everything, $1,200. Then it went for $780 2022. Then it went for $660 last year. Now it's selling for $375 this year.
$160.
Is this it? Does it finally have a home? Are there truly this many different 9.8A++ copies of Ultimate Basketball? Jeez, man. $375, surely that's a floor price on this, right? Like, the game can't get any cheaper, I would assume. Wayne Gretzky, white jersey here, $387.50. Which version of Gretzky do you want? Do you want the black one? Do you want the white one? Oh my gosh. Do you want him in a black jersey? Do you want him in a white jersey? Or do you want the no-name jersey? Gotta be careful there. My gosh. People are going to be coming after me. WrestleMania Challenge 8.08 for $275. I genuinely don't know which of the Gretzkys, though, is like the most desirable one. WWF Steel Cage Challenge 7.5A, published by good old LJN 1992. Bit of a later NES here, WrestleMania game. Pushing its way at almost $200.
100.
These games display awesome. If you're a fan of old wrestling, they're great. That's what you were thinking, 9.6A++-ish. You have a 9.4 across the board, CIB, so you'll sell that to cover some of the funds. Man, honest to God, I feel like that 9.4 CIB across the board will probably sell for like $200-$300. Like, it should do pretty good, no, on RC Pro-Am?
Fair warning.
Maybe $200. $300 might be a lot. Sure get $200 out of that, though.
Next lot.
Watching your stream while cooking spaghetti.
Let's go,
Smiley
Paschetti.
face emoji.
Let's go, Spaghetti Man. That's a good sports meal right there. Carb loading. Carb loading for the sports auction. That's what I like to hear. Hope you're doing well, man. Thank you for the 15 months. WrestleMania Challenge, $250. Yeah, not the greatest grades on these. That's a lot of the, not a lot. Some of the stuff in this auction just aren't great grades. The Gretzky Hockey an 8.0B+, 8.0A on the WrestleMania Challenge, 7.5A on the Steel Cage Challenge. A lot of these games for the sports games on NES, you're gonna struggle to find a lot of really high grade copies. So, like, let's look at WrestleMania Challenge here. This is probably like a Wad of Pop 5. Does it even say? Doesn't even say how many are on the pop. I assume it's not that high. So it's like a lot of these beggars can't really be choosers. But you will notice that some of the grades aren't super high on some of them. Going into Bill Lambiers, welcome to Super Nintendo, everybody. 9.2A+, we're already a quarter done this auction. At this pace, at this rate, we're going to be here for an hour and we're going to be out. This is going to be an in and out auction at this pace. Bill Bulls and Blazers, 9.0A, baby. Super Nintendo, pushing its way almost $300 here. This is the later production. It has the EA Sports instead of... Who did the first one? EASN or something? This one being the EA Sports release.
Next lot.
Who the hell covered it before EA Sports? Bulls versus Blazer, $275. I assume it's EASN or whatever. ESN? Something like that. Went for $275 into FIFA International Soccer 8.0A. This is the first game where I actually did have a proxy bid. My bid was like $200 though, so didn't even stand a chance. 8.0A on FIFA, $400. Yeah. I don't think I'm going to win anything tonight. I did throw a few proxy bids in, but sports game collecting, I don't hate it. I don't, but it's very specific as to what sports games I even want to own myself. I'd love to own a copy of John Madden Football 7.0A here, pushing its way to almost $450, but it's also just like the last 7.5C plus, by the way, was earlier this year for almost $700. It's like, yeah, I'd love to own a copy of Madden, right? But like a 7.0A, obviously not the nicest copy in the world, and we're still going to push up to almost 1,000 US. Yeah, looking for 800 US now. It's just like, I don't know. Maybe I just don't prioritize Madden enough. I probably should. I probably should, given that I own copies of FIFA, I own copies of like Kobe Bryant, Sega Saturn. Yeah, I should probably buy a fucking copy of Madden, right? But yeah, $875 is the next bid, right?
Next
so
lot.
getting up close to $1,000 there. $812.50.
150.
It both does and doesn't feel like a lot of money for what it is, but it is what it is. $812.50. Ken Griffey presents Major League Baseball 8.5A here, pushing its way up to $400. Ken Griffey, right? Great example here. Not a sports guy I care about, not a game I'll ever buy, not a Super Nintendo game I ever played. I didn't play the N64. Ken Griffey is simply before my generation. It just is what it is. How old are you, Alma? Telling me you've never heard of these games. I know you've heard of Ken Griffey. You're not that young. You're not that young. As Ken Griffey's pushing up to $525. Speaking of, the 9.0A sold November 2023 for $3,300. 9.0A on Ken Griffey about 2 years ago. $3,300. So like, 24 on the Pop Report. People fucking love Ken Griffey. I'm very aware of this. Just not anything that matters to me. Same reason I sold that Wayne Gretzky hockey, right? I like sports games. I don't love sports games. All the good sports games are Mario Kart, Mario Tennis, Mario Golf, etc. You'd have bid on the WWF games, but in the grades, they're just a little bit too low. You'd almost rather have high-grade CIB at that point, even if the pops are low, sealed on those. Yeah. I get you, HW. I do. I get you. It's the same reason with Madden here at 7.0A, where I just like... you could probably buy a really nice CIB Madden for what, $100?
$750.
Does do CIB copies of Madden even go for $100 in really nice shape? So I do get what you mean. I do get what you mean where there's a little bit of difficulty there.
$50.
Getting fired up tonight. Yeah, fired up for the sports auction. Fired up for the sports auction, Secret Shop.
$900.
Ken Griffey was a megastar, but career cut short because of injuries affected by long-term values. But his stuff still pumps. Yeah, I mean, we're pushing over $1,000 here, slowly but surely, right? This Ken Griffey started at $35 when the auction opened, funny enough. We've been live bidding this now since $80. We are currently looking for $950. The live bidding on this one here is a battle. There's $950, looking for the $1,000, looking for $1,250 after BP here on Ken Griffey. People love it. People love it.
Fair warning. $1,100.
58 people watching. Yeah, Simon, I can't say I'm not surprised. I can't say I'm not surprised that 58... What do we got in here? 66. We're getting there. We got 66 people in here. Welcome in, sports fans. It's a tough sell, man. It's a tough sell for sports games. It just is, it just is. Zylotic 83, welcome. Yeah, I recognized your profile picture. I didn't have a clue who you were, though. Welcome in, Vincent. Thank you for telling me who you are. I recognized the little, your profile picture. Didn't recognize who you are. And welcome in, Braille Gamer. Ken Griffey closing at $1,250. Is it an overpay? What'd you say, some dude on Xbox? Overpaying right now? Did you push on this? But $1,250 for the 8.5A and the Ken Griffey winning run. 9.8A++. Highest graded example on the Pop Report out of 21. This should make some noise, no? We're going to $1,500 here. Ken Griffey winning run. I think the one everyone loves is this one. I think. Either way, Ken Griffey winning one here, pushing its way to almost $1,500.
Next lot.
Closing just shy of $1,500. $1,375. You think you stole the RC Pro-Am because it's a sports auction? Thank you very much. I didn't know what to expect out of this auction. That's why I was kind of looking through for stuff to throw proxy bids at. Maybe some stuff is going to go cheap if sports people don't show up, if there simply isn't enough. Are there enough people interested in sports games to host an entire auction dedicated to them, right? That's the big question. But even a lot of the stuff I looked through, I just don't have... I don't have the market experience, nor the market confidence to hope to flip a lot of the sports stuff. Because even if I purchase, what is this here? Madden 94, right? 9.2A copy of Madden 94 on Super Nintendo. I don't know how much this might sell for at Buy It Now. Right now, it's pushing its way to $109. Feels cheap. Feels cheap for what it is, right? But is there a buyer out there at $200, $300 if you throw it on eBay to let it rot for eternity, right? Yeah, where's Mario and Sonic at the Olympic Games? We need some top tier. We need some top tier sports games.
Fair warning.
Did you win the Ken Griffey winning run, retro or no? Retro replay. For you, the point of grading to use high grade, sealed, or CIB, 7.0 B pluses, just don't do it.
Fair warning.
I get it, man. I get it. I get it.
$30.
We need NES Skate or Die. We didn't even get Skate or Die. Yeah, like Madden 94 selling for $124. Here's Madden 96, 7.5 B plus on this one. 14 on the Water Pop Report, pushing its way to $80.
$60.
Oh, you didn't win. You didn't win the Griffey winning run. Gotcha. Where's the good sports games? What are we looking for? What are the good sports games, Ted? I feel like with a lot of the sports games, especially NES, Super Nintendo era, the best sports games are just the ones you grew up playing. You know what I mean? There's like 8 games that are highly regarded as some of the best sports games, and then all the other best sports games are just like Michael Jordan in the Windy City, or whatever one you played growing up. You know what I mean?
Next lot.
Madden 96, 7.5 B plus. Ooh, shy of $100 on that one. $94. Madden 96. In the Madden 98, 9.4A. But again, right? $94.
Fair warning.
Are you able to flip it? Are you able to flip this to someone? I'm skeptical. Madden 98, the 9.4A, $200 there. Michael Jordan Chaos in the Windy City. This will make some noise just because it's Michael Jordan, right? The last 9.2A plus was $1,375, so that was a year ago, but it's the closest comp I can give you guys. Right now, 8.5A, Michael Jordan, pushing its way to almost $750. You'll be back in on NBA Elite 11 soon. You should have just bought the golden one. Did you bid on that one, Replay? What'd that sell for? Like, the Elite 11 on golden, 16,000? 13,000? It was somewhere in there, wasn't it? 9.8A plus? It was nice.
Next lot.
Super nice copy of Elite 11. Michael Jordan Chaos Windy City, $750 there. Just shy of 1,000. It'll always have value. It's freaking Michael Jordan. If you want to invest in a sports game, it's probably not a bad pick, right? Let's be honest. It's probably not a bad pick. NBA Challenge All-Star, NBA All-Star Challenge, 8.5A, one of just 8 on the Water Pop Report. The high mark, if you're coming in late, if you just stumbled into the sports auctioneer, the high mark has been set by NES Pro Sport Hockey, right there. 7.5 B plus, only one on the Water Pop Report, first time at Heritage Auctions, 3,750. That is the current high mark held at this auction. You thought of a video game equivalent of cheap, fast, good? We get mint, first print, or sealed. Pick 2. Honest to God, man, that's pretty true. You can have mint, first print, or sealed, but it's impossible. Or not impossible, but it's damn hard to have all 3. I agree with you fully on that. 16,000 for the Elite 11 at Golden. Jesus. Satoshi, welcome in, dude. Yeah, we're 33% into the auction here. We got NBA Jam made in Japan. Later production copy, though. Pushing its way to 525, 8.0A on it. NBA Jam, another game that everyone freaking loves. I never played NBA Jam. Totally missed it. A little bit before my time on this. Yeah, 1994. I was born in 93. I just missed NBA Jam. You know what I mean? A little bit before my time, and we didn't own it growing up. Windy City is actually an action game, but okay. It came out around the time that Bo Jackson, Jordan, and Gretzky cartoon came out, which was cool as a kid. Yeah, isn't Windy City a like a beat 'em up? Isn't it a side-scrolling beat 'em up, basically?
$160.
If I'm not mistaken. What do the screenshots show us here on Windy City? Oh, maybe it's not. Yeah, it is. Yeah. Got some boss fights on there. I think it's a side-scrolling beat 'em up, basically. But obviously, I think you throw basketballs. Looks great. Looks great. Looks like a fantastic game. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, 8.5A. NBA Jam closed for $512. What sports am I into? Actually, playing sports, I did very, very, very little my whole life.
$200.
I'm not like useless on a sports field, but like I didn't play hockey, I didn't play baseball, I didn't play football. You know what I mean? I wasn't like sports oriented growing up. Yeah, big admission there. I'm sorry. I know you guys think I'm big sports Chad. Kind of useless on a field. But with that said, CFL, NFL, NHL, NBA a little bit, and that's it. I know a little bit about UFC, but I don't like actively watch it all the time. Did I miss it? NHL? Yeah. Yeah, that's NFL is my main sport. Gearing up for fantasy football here right away. Yeah. NFL is my main, NHL is my second, little bit of NBA, basically zero MLB. PGA Tour. Sometimes you'll find me on the PGA Tour, man. Gambling on golf is really fun, so sometimes I care about golf, but that's what I'm into for sports. Yeah, when are we getting the pickleball video game? NBA Jam Tournament Edition 8.5A for $250. NBA Live 95, 8.5B plus. Just 7 factory sealed copies on the Pop Report. Let's go NBA Live 95.
$70.
You don't know why you thought of it, but you can totally see the Switch 2 coming out with a curling game using mouse mode. I mean, man, if they're going to give you wheelchair basketball, why don't we already have curling, right? Why don't they already have curling? Curling should have been something free. Should have just been part of like a free... Oh my god. I hate the Switch 2 right now. There's nothing to do on it. There's nothing to play, and the freaking tech demo costs money. It's a tough sell right now for me. I'll get one eventually. Don't get me wrong, but... You took weightlifting in high school. You still can't believe you got a grade for that. Yeah, we didn't have weightlifting. We had gym, obviously, which like I was in gym class and stuff. Like I said, I'm not useless. I can catch a football. I can shoot a basketball. I can hold a hockey stick. Like, I'm not freaking useless. But if you put me in actual competitive play, I'm pretty useless. But you want to go toss the old pigskin around? Oh, god damn. Greg's going to fire that tight spiral 40 yards. Easy. But competitive play? No. I can't do that. NBA Live 95 ends at $119. NBA Showdown 9.0A. Weightlifting was my thing. I did wrestling for a year. I did wrestle for a year. I got some medals. I don't even know what they're for. Rookie? Great first year? I don't know what I got. Some participation medals in wrestling.
$90.
That was my claim to fame. NBA Showdown 9.0A on this one. 1993-20 on the Pop Report. Pushing its way to $100 on this as well. Yeah, some of these basketball games actually wouldn't be bad if you are someone who collects NBA Live. Is it EA? Am I crazy? Did I hear EA is bringing back the NBA Live franchise?
$85.
Am I crazy on that? Did I hear correctly? I think I'm out of focus. I might be wrong, but for some reason I thought I saw something that EA is actually going to revive their basketball franchise. I was going to say, if you actually like collect NBA Live, if you are an NBA Live gamer, like they're cool to own the whole set of them. Same with NHL 94, right? 9.0B plus there for $114. Like buying all the NHL games, kind of cool. Sterling Sharp, baby. End to end 9.0A on this. NCAA football is already back.
Next lot.
That's already back. That one's been back. Replay retro. That absolutely demolished the price of NCAA 14. Took it from a collector item back to a bargain bin.
Fair warning.
Anyone who was specking on NCAA 14, that's a rip, man. That's a rip. Sterling Sharp end-to-end 9.0A for $206. Tecmo Baseball 9.4A plus for $312 into Tecmo Super Bowl 9.0A.
$120.
This is going to sound like bragging, but you're always the natural at sports. Whole lot of good it did. You have manual labor business.
$200.
Yeah, that's pretty much. I mean, actually going anywhere with sports is damn near impossible, so it is what it is, but weightlifting was always my thing. Yes, I am beach muscle. I'm not made for function, Blue Smoke. I am made for aesthetic. Make no mistake, I am show muscle. I work out and I train for aesthetic, not for purpose.
Next lot.
Do not get it twisted.
$200.
Tecmo Super Bowl, the 9.0A for $300. Yeah, a little bit of love there. A little bit of love. Oh, you meant NCAA Basketball, sorry. NCAA basketball is coming back.
Next lot.
Ooh, there we go. Sorry.
$120.
My mind immediately went to football. Gotcha. NCAA
$120.
basketball is coming back. That's kind of cool. Kind of neat. Nothing announced with NBA Live. So I must have saw something about the college basketball coming back. That must be what it was.
Fair $130.
Entering into Game Boy here. Not a lot to report on with the Super Nintendo sales there. I mean, Tecmo Super NBA went for $237, but like 8.5A, even Tecmo Super Bowl was a 9.0A. So it's very good if you want to get a copy for your collection. Oh my God, Tecmo Super Bowl 2023 9.0A for $134. Yeesh, man. Absolutely in the gutter back in 2023. At least tonight he got $300, right? A little bit of love there. But yeah, good copies for a personal collection is what I'm going to call these. Blades of Steel 9.2B plus $150 here. Bo Jackson, 2 games in 1, 9.6A. You won the Tecmo Bowl. There we go, some dude on Xbox. Tecmo Super Bowl I figured would get some love. It is actually a known a known sports franchise, a known sports arcade franchise. Oh my God, FIFA, holy shit. Highest graded copy of FIFA on the Game Boy out of just 3. I it's a good grade, 9.6A plus on this, highest graded copy. I just didn't expect FIFA on Game Boy to get some love. And man, as quickly as it got love, that was it, hey? Immediately bid up to $750 and not a single more bid on it. But Jesus Christ, man. FIFA on Game Boy, still getting love as the first FIFA game. $750, Jesus. I just would have thought that Game Boy, of all ports, of all systems for FIFA, you know what I mean? I don't want to say who cares about the Game Boy port, but like, you know what I mean. Madden 96, 7.5A. Same kind of thing with Madden, right? If you're going to collect Madden titles, if you're going to go after sports games, I have to assume Game Boy, Game Boy Color are the last ones you're going to consider. Madden 96, 7.5A for $94. Madden 97, 8.5A. Great if you are someone trying to get every single copy of Madden that exists. Yeah, 9.8A plus, A++ factory sealed muscles. Exactly. You still go to LA Fitness and kick high school varsity kids in the failed college players' asses at basketball? They can't believe a geezer takes him out. Now it sounds like bragging. Your other one? Your other message? I gave it a pass. This one does sound like bragging. And then you go and install some AC parts. Yeah, I'm abysmal at basketball.
$120.
I am pretty abysmal at basketball. Madden 97, $99, 8.0B plus All-Star Challenge on Game Boy again here, pushing up to $150. What's up with all the Game Boy hate? That's all you... Really? Really, Satoshi? Big Game Boy guy, hey? I mean, I am biased against Game Boy. I never owned one growing up. I wasn't a handheld kid, right? I was a console kid. We were a home console family. We had all the home consoles growing up. We didn't have handhelds. So I am biased against handheld. I understand that, and I know that, so make sure when you listen to my rhetoric,
$160.
I'm not a Game Boy guy. I do respect it for what it is. I do have some CIBs still. You know, I have some of the better Game Boy games. The Mario Lands, Donkey Kong Lands, Return of Samus. Like, I like Game Boy. There's some really cool games on it, but... Yeah, that'll sum up my take on Game Boy. NBA All-Star Challenge number 2, 8.0A, only 3 on the pop report. Rare sports games there on Game Boy, pushing its way up to $212. All-Star Challenge number 1 went for $162.50. NFL Quarterback Club 9.4A plus.
$100.
5 copies on the pop report. Highest grade example right here, 9.4A plus. This is a little bragging, but not really. Most people can play. I bet you could if you gave it a shot. High school players are just the ones that do play, not the only ones that can play. I don't know, man. I'm pretty uncoordinated at basketball, unfortunately. I'm the guy who still thinks about dribbling with his left hand. You know what I mean? Me and basketball never had a great relationship. You won the quarterback club right now, $162.50. I mean, you can't complain at the pricing, Satoshi. You really can't. A lot of these Game Boy games, barely any of them have even crossed the $200 mark. Like, even Bo Jackson wasn't $200. So, like, I got nothing. I can't. There's nothing. The last 9.2A plus was $300. Oh my God, when? How long ago was that? Jeez.
1,000.
Fair warning.
162.50. Either way. Yeah, it's even better then. Yeah, even better. Tennis, 9.88++, yellow screenshot, later production. This is actually really nice. Like, that's actually super nice. A lot of Game Boy people care about tennis. They have a green screenshot. Like, the early production one has a comp here at 3,500 earlier this year.
Fair warning.
The last 9.8A+ yellow one from November 2023 was $1,000. So, 9.8A++ right now is $1,200. The price hasn't really done anything since 2023. I mean, the price has gone down, really, but WWF Warzone 9.0A+. Tennis is a good one. A lot of people care about it. Really early Game Boy release. Launch title? Probably a launch title. But yeah, $1,200 there.
Next lot.
WWF Warzone 9.0A+. You're bidding on Stone Cold, but that's too much. Yeah, $250 there for Warzone on Game Boy. Into Cyber Tiger Game Boy Color 8.5A+.
Fair warning.
The cute tiny boxes with complications on getting great condition. Who would not love that? Amazing titles too. I just I feel like Game Boy as an actual entertainment device has not aged well at all. And it's a
Fair warning.
it's just what the Game Boy is.
Next
You know what I mean? It doesn't lend itself to long periods of gaming. Like, obviously, some of the games are going to hold up. There's still good stuff on there. But there's just so many, or better ways to play a lot of the titles. And a lot of the titles on the Game Boy, if you're actually going to play the Game Boy titles, do they hold up that well in 2025? I would say no. But again, I wasn't a handheld kid, right? There might be some deep nostalgia there for the those pixel graphics and shit. Madden NFL 2000, 8.5A+ on Game Boy Color for $54. Cyber Tiger, 129. Madden 01, 9.0A. Yeah, Pokemon sticks out. Of course it does, right? Of course it does. And some of the side scrollers are good, and like there's some stuff on Game Boy that still does play really well. I just, I'm looking at Madden 2001, even on Game Boy Color. I just can't assume this is a fun experience. I can't assume many of these sports games are actually fun experiences on Game Boy, either at the time or now. You think Game Boy has held up pretty good? You know you're old, but it's still pretty good. The game you bought tonight is one that Greg said is not a bad call, so you're happy you won Michael Jordan in the Windy City. Lay it on me, Seth. Is Windy City heralded as one of the top 50 SNES games? Do gamers agree everywhere that Windy City is actually a good game? Or are you just a dirty speculator buying Michael Jordan? You're not a true gamer. You're a speculator, Seth. I knew it. I knew it. You put us on the... You distract us with your Barai fighter and your fancy writing, and then you scoop in and you buy Michael Jordan. Well, you see, the metaphysics of Michael Jordan is actually... I'm on to you, Seth.
Fair warning.
I'm on to you, pal. NBA 3-on-3 featuring Kobe Bryant and a freaking 10.0 grade here. Some 10.0 Kobe. Whew.
$700.
The first Game Boy Color game to ever get a 10.0 grade as of February 2025. Holy smokes. Pushing its way to 875. We know there are more now because in the golden auction there is a 10.0 silver. So there are other Game Boy Color games now that have a 10.0 grade. But Jesus Christ, man, there you go. NBA 3-on-3, Kobe Bryant pushing to $1,000. TMNT Follow the Foot Clan on Game Boy is amazing. Contra on Game Boy works. Some of the Final Fantasies, yes.
$20.
Yeah, Final Fantasy on Game Boy would still be fun for sure.
$30. $50.
Number 63, Super Nintendo underrated. There we go. There we go. I knew it. NBA 3-on-3, the 10.0 going for sub $1,000. Is it worth $1,000 to buy this? I don't know if it is. I don't know if it is. Like, I get that it's Kobe Bryant. Like, you get a cool Kobe Bryant collectible. But I don't know if Game Boy Color is the console you want to target Kobe on. You know what I mean? Obviously, really early young Kobe Bryant cover there, but... NFL Blitz, 8.5A+. I don't know, man. Even in a 10.0, 1,000 just kind of feels like a lot. If the market grows, obviously that game would probably grow with it, but...
Next lot.
Turtles, Castlevania, Mario's, Wario, Zelda, some puzzle games, Bionic Commando, Operation C, Pokemons. You always like the Game Boy. Oh yeah, big Game Boy fan over there, HW. Big Game Boy fan. It's all metaphysics. It's all metaphysics, exactly. It's all tautologies and metaphysics. I'm catching on, Seth. I'm catching on. I couldn't participate in that conversation last night. I was trying to enjoy Mom's birthday, and meanwhile, you and Doremi are freaking tossing essays at each other. Trying to read as quick as I can while still, blowing out candles with Mom.
$1,800.
NBA courtside, 9.88++. Yeah, if you want to buy a Kobe Bryant game, here you go. Right? Here you go. There's no reason, in my opinion, to spend $1,000 on this. Just put that $1,000 into a 9.8 A++ NBA courtside on N64. An amazing game on the console, a great basketball game, Kobe Bryant, like it has everything, right? It has everything for a great collectible, and I think it's Pop 4 in 9.8 A++. The last copy sold for $2,880. Right now we're looking for $2,500, looking for $2,700. I threw a proxy bid of $1,500 on this, just in case. Of course not, right? Oh yeah, we owned courtside as well growing up. Genuinely, just a great game, great basketball game. We played courtside a ton, my brother and I.
Next lot.
Closing here, it did close for shy of its November 2023 price, down to $2,625 now. Down, but not much of a difference. 9.8 A++, super freaking cool. I personally wouldn't even be that worried about it in that price point, but I don't have $2,600 right now to spec on Kobe, and it's not my number one want, right? At $2,600, I would rather buy Banjo-Kazooie personally, but Kobe Bryant, man, that's cool. 9.8 A++ at $2,600. Madden 64, 9.0 A. Wow, what a freaking... What a come down, hey? Blitz 2000, $99. Madden Football, $74. And squished in the middle is Kobe Bryant at $2,600. A little bit silly. Yeah, same price as Yoshi's Story, hey, Blue Smoke? Same price as Yoshi's Story. Oh my god, I would rather have Kobe Bryant 10 out of 10 times. Holy shit. The same price as Yoshi's Story. Ay. Don't remind me. Madden 2000, 8.5A here, pushing up to $1,000. Imagine with stocks and crypto at all-time high, we are still buying the dip on graded games. Don't remind me, dude. Don't remind me. You'd think, right? You'd think in a world where stocks and crypto are... Stocks, crypto, Pokemon cards, sports cards, speculation, everything seems like it's going to, highs right now. I know altcoins aren't, but, the economy's pretty sloshy, man. $2,625 on Kobe Bryant, selling for less than it did in November 2023. I don't know, dude. I don't know. Video games, they only go down in price. That's the secret formula, right? That's the secret sauce. Why buy now when you can buy 1 year from now? You'll save half price. $99 on Madden 2000 to Madden 2001, 9.6 A+. You forgot to upgrade your Yoshi Story before selling? At some point, I'll buy myself a 9.2 A+ Yoshi Story, and I will be happy as a clam, right? That's all I need. That's all I need on something like Yoshi Story. It's a cool game. I like the game. I have some nostalgia for it, but it's 2,000 on it just doesn't align with what I want to do with my collecting,
Fair warning.
We're idiots. You just spent after tax and shipping around $900. Should have just thrown it into the S&P. That's what I'm saying, man. That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying.
$30.
What did courtside end at to make it not sold? What do you mean not sold? Why is it showing not sold on this? It sold at $2,625.
$40.
What are you seeing not sold on? What are you seeing? Refresh your screen, maybe. What's going on? What's going on? Madden 2001, the 9.6 A+, they're going for $200. Madden 99, 9.0 A+.
$80.
Pushing up to $100 here. Yeah, I'll get a lower grade Yoshi Story, and that's completely fine for me. VGA 85 even, right? It'll cost $400. That's completely fine. Yoshi's Story isn't the kind of game where I'm looking to make money or anything like that.
$320, $650.
This should do pretty good. Ken Griffey on N64 here, VGA 90, should be the top grade.
Fair warning.
On the VGA census alone, top pop of just 7 on the VGA pop report. Jesus, man. Bidding came and went again, just immediate. VGA 90, bang. Went up to $750 and no other bids on it. VGA 90 last sold earlier this year. Uncirculated copy. It must have come with a guidebook. It says it's a bundle version. But $1,156 earlier this year. VGA 90, $750. That's what I'm saying, you guys. Why buy now when you can just buy later? Why buy now when you can just buy later? Down $400 between sales here, but maybe... Oh, those are some heavy roller marks, hey? Some heavy roller marks here on this Griffey. But either way, VGA 90, $750. $400 lower than the last sale. Here's another Ken Griffey Major League 8.0A on this one, pushing its way to $213. I really thought the VGA 90 there would get some pop, especially after the, especially after that last copy of Ken Griffey on SNES was really competitive. People were really fighting, but the N64 one, I don't know if it's as much of a cult classic or as heralded as a classic as the SNES version is. I don't think it is, but I'm sure it's a good game, right? It's still Ken Griffey. It can't be bad. $750 for it. NBA Jam 2000, 8.5A+. Yeah, Chris Webber. Chris Webber bringing the heat here. Pushing to $90. And I'm being facetious, of course. Some video games are absolutely bouncing back and all that stuff, but the dead market narrative, prices only go down, is kind of funny. I'd probably get more views as well if I just made content that, oh my god, graded games are dying, it's over, it's dead. I'd probably get more views doing that anyway.
$95. $100.
People got all Griffied out. Too much Griffey. Too much Griffey.
$110.
I just thought that VGA 90 and on the N64, like that has to be one of the better sports games, right? On N64, like Kobe Bryant Courtside probably is the sports game to own on that console, but
$120.
Is it?
$130.
Is anything? Yeah, on N64 it has to be Courtside, right? There's nothing better than Courtside. NFL Blitz? Blitz, I guess, outsells it. Man, should Blitz outsell Courtside? Is that crazy? NBA Hang Tab was kind of fun. Yeah, why does Blitz sell for like $7,000? There's a copy coming up right here, 7.0A. The comps on high-grade Blitz are insane. Nah, Mario Kart doesn't count. Mario Kart doesn't count. Even like NFL Blitz, I think, counts, but like... It is crazy how much this game sells for. You'd think Kobe Bryant would be like the... Chris Webber, NBA Jam 2000, did actually go for $162.50. Like, not too shabby for an 8.5A plus NBA Jam 2000. NBA Live 2000, 8.5A. What is Tim Duncan there on the cover? $89. NFL Blitz, the 7.0A. Yeah, pushing immediately to $500 here. Like I said, the comps on this are crazy. 17 on the pop report. Yeah, RC Pro-Am I also wouldn't call a sports game, personally, but $450 for the 7.0A on Blitz. Blitz is a cool game. Like, it is. It's obviously a great arcade classic and stuff. I've played Blitz. It just surprises me how much it sells for. Blitz 2000, 7.0A here, looking for $100. I was going to say. Here comes some bids. Blitz 2000... One of just 9 on the N64 pop report. One of just 9 on the pop report. Pushing to $130 here. 7.0A. That's the Rudy method from Health Investments. Any blanket TCG is crashing title. Yes. I know Rudy owes memes about that. That's probably why I had it on my head too. I watch a very good amount of Alpha Investments. I don't watch all of his videos. Obviously, he uploads daily, I think, and it's unscripted, so you get a lot of the same talking points between videos. But I'd say every week I probably watch a Rudy video. I need to take his method here. Just start throwing, oh, the market is dead in every single title. That's how you be a successful hobby influencer, a successful hobby YouTuber. NFL Blitz 2000, slowly but surely here, is pushing its way to over 150.
$100.
You wish you wanted to spend this kind of money on No Mercy, because if that counts as a sports game, it's the best sports game of the entire generation. No Mercy's, oh yeah, I was going to say, No Mercy is going to do well. This is one of the nicest games in the entire auction. And I do think wrestling games count. They're kind of their own subgenre, but like, I think wrestling games count. WWF No Mercy, 95, uncirculated, sitting at $1,500. Is it gonna push? Will there be a fight? Is it gonna push Pro Sport Hockey on NES?
$60.
Remember, everything we've seen so far, popular games, Kobe Bryant, doesn't matter. NES Pro Sport Hockey outsold all of them. NES Pro Sport Hockey, man, in that 7.5 grade, sold for like $1,000 more than Kobe did. Keep that in mind. Keep that in the back of your head there, hey? NFL Blitz 2000, after all is said and done, did go for $300. Yeah, 9 on the pop report. That is a rarity pump there for Blitz 2000. You either have one or you don't at that point. Blitz
Fair warning.
2001, sorry. 9.08 plus on this one.
Next lot.
Pushed up to $425. Ready to Rumble Boxing, 9.8 A++. Oh my god. It is even kept in a legendary Legacy Wada case. Right? Yes, it is. Oh my god, look at that. When the hell was this graded?
Next lot.
1,300.
When was this graded? Do you even get the grade date on this? Oh, March 2020, using the fabled, the sideways case. Wow. You love to see it, man. You love to see it. $575, ready to Rumble Boxing. WWF No Mercy, 95. Tied with one other on the highest on the VGA Pop Report out of just 12 copies total. 95 uncirculated, looking for over $2,000. WWF No Mercy.
Fair warning.
Pretty sure this is just regarded as a great wrestling game on the console as well, hey? Pretty sure this is, what is it, WrestleMania 2000 and No Mercy are the two good ones on N64? I grew up playing WWF Attitude. It really wasn't good, but it was all I had, so I played the fuck out of it, right? WWF Attitude was extremely convoluted to use finishers and stuff. It really made no sense, but we played it a ton. WWF No Mercy pushes all the way to 2,375. VGA 95 uncirculated. Jesus, man.
$40. $50.
Man, oh man, oh man, oh man, oh man. Those are the years of wrestling when I was most invested. That is super freaking cool, super nostalgic.
$65.
2,375. almost getting up to the Kobe Bryant price there on courtside. Madden 06 on Game Boy Color. Wow, is that like Donovan McNabb? Oh my god, it is. Donovan McNabb on the cover. 9.8 A++. You love to see it, man. Pushing its way to almost 120 bucks here. You love to see it. The puck coming up is yours, so let me tell you a bit about it. All right, we're going to talk about the Mario Lemieux puck here. Where is it? Here it is. The Mario Lemieux puck coming up. It's a 9.2, sitting at 260 bucks already, by the way. This puck came from a guy who was, for about 5 years, the largest distributor of SEGA items in the US. During promo for early games, he met most of the cover sport athletes, including Joe and Mario. He got that puck made out to him by Mario in person as he was taking pallets to distribute at a huge SEGA event. I was wondering why it said distributor signing on there and Doug Rothman. Very, very cool.
Fair warning.
Yeah, I think this was a special one-off they did here on the puck. I'll be honest. I don't like. Do you know if you can just send these in, Chokeslam? Like, I feel like your average person isn't going to get a puck graded. They obviously used that special styrofoam in there. They made a custom case for it. Madden 06 is still pumping here, boys. Pushing its way up to almost 200 bucks. Donovan McNabb getting some love on Game Boy Advance. You love to see it. You love to see it. Game Boy Advance collectors, man. Looking for $200. Looking for $200 on it.
Fair warning.
This might be the last Madden that released on Game Boy Advance as well, hey?
Next lot.
Did Madden 07 come out on Game Boy Advance? Oh shit, I guess it did. Okay. Madden 07 should be the last one that came out. Only one on the Wada Pop Report. First time at Heritage Auctions.
Fair warning.
This has to be the last Madden that's gone to Game Boy Advance. There's no way Madden 08 made its way, hey?
$5.
Madden 06 did close at $187.50 though. It's not bad. It's not bad for a 9.88++ Madden 06. You're getting a ticket stub to the Raw where Austin hit McMahon with a bedpan soon.
Next lot.
It's the first ever found. You had another Mario Puck, which came from the actual promo game, only 100 of them. They also graded that. I do believe they grade similar items from anyone. Okay, fair enough. Fair enough. If you have one of those Mario Lemieux pucks, it is open for grading then. You'll love to see it. Madden 07 going for $49. That's tough. That's real tough there on Madden 07. Jeez. NFL Blitz 2003, 9.8 A++. Whew, that's nice. That's nice. Michael Strahan on the cover of the game. That's nice. Pretty cool. Pushing its way over $100 here.
$130.
Pretty cool for the Blitz collectors. Any of these, like, I don't want to call them, like, filler or budget Game Boy Advance games. Like, this day, you know, this game is probably going to be found at your local video game store in shit condition for like $19.99. But getting these in actual mint condition, almost impossible, right? Because no one treated them nice. Pushing its way to $175 here. No one treated Blitz 03 like a collector game. $168.75 it closes at. And I think, yeah, this is the end. The end of Nintendo. The end of Nintendo for the sports auction. With NBA Courtside 2002 9.6A pushing its way. Oh my god, we're going to $400. I'm sorry, what? 24 copies on the Pop Report. Kobe Bryant at 9.6A on GameCube. This is a lot more valuable than I thought it was. Man, oh man. I don't think raw copies really reflect this valuation, do they?
Fair warning.
$400 for a 9.6A?
Next lot.
140.
Huh.
200.
Yeah, Lamb Chopper. That's what I'm thinking, dude. If a 9.6A is 400, your 9.8A plus has to be over 1,000 easy, right?
240. 200.
Interesting. Interesting. $400 on Courtside there, 2002, to close out Nintendo portion of the Sports Showcase. Welcome to SEGA, everybody. With FIFA International Soccer 9.4B+, this is, in my opinion, the FIFA game to own. This also has the EA Sports Limited Edition sticker on it, which should signify that it's the earliest prints of the game. Pushing its way to almost $700. Highest graded out of just 2 of this specific variant of the game on the Pop Report. Pushing its way to $700 here. 9.4B plus FIFA International Soccer.
Fair warning.
This FIFA is balls rare. Yeah, that's what I figured. I threw a proxy bid at this, but like, I don't have $700 to spend on FIFA right now. $656, 9.4B plus. Jordan vs. Bird, 9.6B plus on this one as well. Some of these Genesis games are going to have B plus seals. It's just the nature of the beast. They split super easy on these sharp cases. So a lot of the stuff is going to be, you know, A seal, B plus seal. It just kind of is what it is. Second highest graded copy out of just 7 on the Pop Report here for Jordan vs. Bird, pushing its way to almost $1,000. Jesus, man. The last 9.4A plus from earlier this year was $3,250. The last 9.4B plus I think was less than this, $750, I believe. Yeah, the last 9.4B plus. From the Indiana collection, no less. March 2005 for $750. This copy tonight, 9.6A plus, $843. Not too much more of a difference there. 9.4 versus 9.6, extra $100, but still, it didn't completely flop. That is kind of in line with where it should be. Lakers versus Celtics and the NBA playoffs, 9.4A on this one. Whew. You just got a 9.8A on Courtside 2002 with Wada? Yeah, that's nice, man. That's nice. Which is almost impossible. Blitz 03? Is this one just case fresh available garbage, Satoshi? That's funny if so. If it is, that's funny, because like I've never... Only copy on the Pop Report. Yeah, that's hilarious, dude. Didn't realize this was a case fresh dusty game. Super funny. You have a sealed case of them. Oh my god. Well, anyways, If all of these sealed cases didn't exist, you won't get one. Put it that way. I stand by what I said, but geez, I didn't realize there were cases of these out there.
$700.
That's funny. I don't know the when you get into the deeper shovelware. Again, I don't want to call Blitz 03 shovelware. Like, it's actually a decent title. But when you get into the deeper games here, like Game Boy Advance and stuff, shovelware, it's like, I don't really know what Dusty Games has anymore. Lakers versus Celtics in the NBA playoffs. I appreciate you sharing that, though. If there ever is a game where it's like, oh yeah, that's case fresh, like, definitely let me know. Definitely let me know. Any standouts tonight? I mean, the Pro Sport Hockey for $3,700 really is great, but I don't think anything else has exploded past any kind of expectation, I would say. I think everything is pretty much, like this Lakers versus Celtics, man, is doing pretty decent here. 9.4A, pushing up almost to $1,000.
Fair warning.
But even then, right, the last 9.4A plus was $1,375. So it did well, but nothing is really... I don't think anything is really exploding past prior comps, or like NBA Courtside 02 seemed really good too at $400. Do we have comps on this? Yeah, the last 9.8A plus back in June last year was $325. Yeah, this was huge, man. This sold for a lot of money. $400 here on the 9.6A. But yeah, not a lot of stuff really pushing the needle here. Madden 97, 9.6A plus. A lot of the stuff, like even if it is rare though, doesn't have the nicest grades in the world. Like, we are seeing a lot of 7s, a lot of 8s.
$130.
There isn't really the stuff here where it can push into, like, oh my god, it sold for that much money. So, overall, I don't think things are doing bad, but I don't think things are popping off necessarily either. You on the Lakers versus Celtics? You've never seen this variant. What is the variant? Just that it's a clamshell? Was the last one a cardboard? Yeah, so the cardboard early release, 9.4A plus. Gotcha, $1,375. Cardboard again. I assume all of these are cardboard in that case. Little later release clamshell here on Lakers versus Celtics, $1,000. Jeez. For a later release chokeslam, that actually got some love there, if that is indeed the case. Madden NFL 97, 9.6A plus on Genesis, pushed its way up to $193.75. Pat Riley Basketball, 9.9B. 9.9B. Where are the Pat Riley fans at, man? This is pushing quick here. Jesus, 9.6A plus for $2,640. All the way back in 2022, though, right? All the way back to 2022, so 9.9B right now, pushing its way at almost $500. You also got a case of Shaq Fu, but it's rather rare to find in a case. Yeah, I know Shaq Fu was super case fresh available for a long time. I am aware on Shaq Fu there that there's a lot out there. Or a lot of copies out there. You bought them all? Oh my god. The deep investment in Shaq Fu. The deep Shaq Fu investment.
Fair warning.
Not even convinced it's a later release. I don't think they made cardboard games in Taiwan. Yeah, I didn't want to definitively say it's a late release either because I just don't know enough. But yeah. Pat Riley Basketball, 9.9B for $687.50. So yeah, B seal rating, right? B for bad. I get it's not going to pump, but still, I think it's a decent price for someone to pick up there. Pat Riley's 80 years old. Maybe they're hoping for near death. Oh my gosh, you could, you could go for that angle. $687.50 on Pat Riley Basketball. Shaq Fu 9.4A++. Yeah, we had all of those CGC copies of Shaq Fu, Satoshi, if you were paying attention to those. Like 9.6A++ for $100, 9.6A++ for $150, 9.8A++ for $190. Yeah, Shaq Fu, like this WADA 9.4A++ just outsold all of the CGC copies that had been selling for the past like 3 months, which is kind of funny. Like that's a good sale at $225. That's a really good sale on a 9.4 for Shaq Fu. Team USA Basketball, 9.6A. Yeah, dude, I saw the those past sales on Riley. 2,600, 1,300. But it's like 3 years ago now on Pat Riley Basketball. So, like, can you really even look at an October 2022 sale and make much of it? You know what I mean? It's kind of tough. Team USA Basketball 9.6A here. This game also has some huge sales. Yeah, the 9.8A. The 9.8A copy earlier this year in February was $4,000. Woof! Pushing its way to 900 right now on the 9.6A. Jesus, man. Those old sales held the price up. The next Riley will go for half of today. See, that's also my worry, HW, right? A lot of those 2021, 2022 comps, people still think it's like, wow, I just got Pat Riley for $700. Once upon a time, it sold for $3,000. I don't know. I don't know if there's an actual collector base there that cares when Pat Riley keeps coming up over and over. I don't know. It could, but if we didn't have comps from 2022 on Pat Riley basketball, what would Pat Riley sell for right now, right?
Fair warning.
I agree with you fully. It's just really hard to say. The Team USA Basketball, the 9.8A was 4,000. The 9.6A was below 1,000, 937. Jesus Christ, that's a big gap, eh? That's a big gap. 900 versus 4,000. Jesus. Team USA Basketball 9.4B plus for 500. You can just keep coming down, you know. You can just keep slicing the price in half here. Jeez. 9.6A, 937, 9.4B plus 512, and the 9.8A was 4,000. Mario Lemieux hockey puck here. Signed by Mario Lemieux. Distributor copy there, like Chokeslam was saying, pushing its way to $400. Very cool item. Very cool item.
$400.
One of only 100 pucks autographed and distributed as part of the promotional contest in 1991. Pushing its way to $750 now. Jesus. Hockey collectors, Mario Lemieux collectors, Sega Genesis collectors showing out here for the puck. Showing out for the puck. Graded games are a good investment, they said. You'll make a lot of money, they said. Yeah. Do I dabble in sports collecting or actual sports? We had a good talk about actual sports, which I do not.
Next lot.
Actual sports, Rob, I'm pretty useless. Sports collecting, I'm pretty useless. I have some, but it's not my specialty. It's not my passion. You know, I'm your casual Madden player over the years. I played NHL over the years. Like, I do like sports games, make no mistake. I still played like NHL 26 or 25 or whatever the newest one was. Like, I know how to play sports games 100%. I could play the new Madden. I might not be the best at it anymore, but like,
Fair warning.
I play sports games. I like them. The Mario Lemieux hockey puck, Super Mario 9.2 for $812.50, man. Very cool. Like, very cool if you are a Genesis collector who gives a shit about hockey. Very, very cool. $812.
Next lot.
I don't know what a Mario Lemieux signature goes for. I guess that would be my question. If I wanted to just buy like a signed Mario card, photo, I don't know what a, you know what I mean? I don't know what that costs. But this is very, very cool for video game collectors who also like hockey. Troy Aikman NFL football official playbook. A 5.5 grade for $44 there. Fred Couples Golf, 9.4A plus on Game Gear. We have 4 or 5 Game Gear games here. Fred Couples going for $89. MLB PA Baseball, 9.6A plus on Game Gear. Looking for $34. Looking for a bid. Anyone? Anyone? Is there anyone who will bid? There we go. Jesus. Jesus Murphy. Heavens to Betsy. Pushing its way to $80 here. What are we saying here? Used to own a sports card shop but never made any money.
Fair warning.
Through 2011, the puck did well because Mario is a tier 1 IP.
$55.
Yes. Mario is tier 1, exactly. You can't play sports games worth a damn. That isn't like Mario Tennis. Come on, Alma. Come on. You got to learn how to play Madden. If you can't play Madden, if you can't do audibles at the line on Madden, are you even a true gamer? If you can't do audible adjustments on defense, are you even a true gamer? Come on. Come on. MLB PA, $74. NBA Jam Tournament Edition, sorry, $129 on the 9.0 A Plus, and the RBI Baseball 94, 9.0 A Plus. You bought the puck for like $300 and offered to sell it back for the same guy for the same price when you found a contest one and he declined. It felt weird to profit off his name without offering. Yo, did you buy it right from the distributor, Chokeslam? Like, did you get this puck from Doug Rothman? That's super cool if you bought it like right from the guy. Shaq Fu on Game Gear, 9.6 A plus. Yeah, much harder to find on Game Gear, as far as I know. I'm pretty positive at least it still is. It always was historically much harder on Game Gear than it was on any other console. Pushing its way here to frickin' 175. Yeah, 9.6 A plus here. What, Doug Rothman sells on eBay. Have you ever seen anyone collect a full Game Gear set? Actually, I think I sold one of the rarest Game Gear games there. I sold like Sports Illustrated Football Baseball to a guy who I'm pretty positive has now finished his Game Gear set. I think his name's OGCIB on yeah, Braveheart also has a full set of Game Gear, and like what, he has the Brazilian games, the Playtronic games, Japanese games. I think Braveheart has everything. There's a few people out there, Rob, that I'm aware of with Game Gear. Very, very few. It's very niche. But there are a few people out there who have full sets or very, very close to full sets. Game Gear has some insanely rare stuff that like stops full sets, where it's like 10 copies are known to exist type thing. Like just some insanely fucking rare games. So, and that's even just CIB. So yeah, it stops a lot of people. I also sold a couple Game Gear games to Drew to help him with his full set.
$5.
So I sold a game off to OGCIB to help him with his full set, and I sold a couple games to Drew to help him with his full set. Because I'm not full set Game Gearing, right? Like, I don't need to own some of the rarest frickin' Game Gear games that exist. Shaq Fu closes at $250. Very nice. And that's within the past 3 years or so that I got rid of those Game Gear games. Just as I'm paring down stuff, right?
Fair warning.
Scottie Pippen, Slam City, baby. 9.48 plus there, going for $114. NBA Jam Tournament Edition 32X. It's a whole new game, you guys. 9.48, pushing to $89. Game Gear's crazy rare. When you were a kid, it was hard to find new games then. There were so few in the stores. Yeah, not surprised. Urban Strike and Rise of the Robots are full set killers. Yeah, there's also like Sports Illustrated, football, basketball, football, baseball is insanely difficult.
160.
Yeah, Rise of the Robots, Urban Strike, CJ Elephant, Pete Sampras, tennis. Like there's a few for NTSC that I would kind of put on that that pedestal of the rarest, you know. Urban Strike is one of the games I sold off to Drew, funny enough. He still needed it for his collection, and I had a copy of Urban Strike. So I think I traded it for a Sculptor's Cut cartridge. So roughly $1,000 valuation, I think. Something like that. I can't remember the full details now. NBA Action 98, baby. 9.9 A++. You could say this is the nicest copy that exists for this game, period. Might be nicer than some of the 9.8 A++s, right? 9.9 A++ Kobe's pushing its way to almost $1,200. This might be a brand new high price on this. Like, outside of the pandemic, anyway. There might have been some crazy pandemic sales, but almost $1,200 here.
$1,000.
$1,200, looking for $1,250. NBA Action 98. That's a rookie cover. The first time Kobe Bryant ever graced the cover of a video game. It's a rookie. Get your Kobe Bryant rookie right now, folks. The price of Kobe is only going up. Pushing its way to $1,375 here. I can't bid on this one. I own too many copies already. Like, I haven't sold a single copy I own, so it's like I can't keep bidding on copies of Kobe. You know what I mean? At some point, I have to hedge my bets here. Pushing its way to $1,600, though. You love to frickin' see it. You love to frickin' see it. Kobe got some pump, got some love. $1,500. Let's go, baby. Let's go, baby. My bags just got a little bit lighter, folks. The bags just got a little bit lighter. What's the sticker on the bottom right? What? Child approved? Oh, play-by-play by Chick Hearn. I don't think that's a sticker. I think that's printed. And that's the NBA sticker.
$200.
Slam and Jam 96, Magic and Kareem 9.6B on Sega Saturn, pushing its way to $300. Highest graded copy of the Sega Saturn version. We had the
$340.
Oh, on Slam Jam, what's the sticker? Sorry. Jesus, I don't know, man. Did they pluck this game straight out of Asia? What is this? What the heck is that? Is that Chinese? I have no freaking idea, man. I have no freaking idea what that is. It's pushing its way, though, here. This is getting some love, man. Pushing its way to $688. Keep in mind, we just had the PS1 version sell, right? The 9.88 plus on... No, the 10! The 10 on PS1 sold for $800 on Tuesday? It was the same game, right? Slam and Jam, Magic and Kareem? Am I crazy?
$380.
This Sega Saturn version got a lot of love compared to the PS1 version. I don't know enough about the game to say if which version is super more desirable. But in my head, it should be the PS1 version. But like, geez, man, this got some love. It's a Korean distributor sticker. Gotcha. Jeez. Korean distributor sticker. Space Jam 9.8B plus. Some more Michael Jordan love here. One of just 4 copies of on the Sega Saturn Pop Report. First time selling it on Sega Saturn as well. Looking for $575. What's my sports grail? If I could have anything, it would be a first print Madden on Genesis. I might even buy a lower grade copy at some point to own the first ever Madden. That would be my sports grail. I like Madden. I think Madden's cool. I think Madden's awesome.
Fair warning.
I don't know when I'll spend the $2,000, $3,000, $4,000, $5,000 it might cost to get a decent copy of Madden, but that would probably be my own personal. Which I know it's not the most unique answer in the world, but like I played Madden for years, man. Yearly, I played Madden. Basically starting with 04, funny enough, Michael Vick here on the cover, one of the greatest Madden characters ever. Characters? I didn't know what to call him. I guess he's a video game character, Michael Vick. 9.8A here. I think this is where I started my Madden career, was 04. And then I played every single yearly release up to 2018, I think. 2018, 2019, I stopped playing Madden. Something like that. The series had just gone to shit. You know, right? Frostbite engine, awful, all this stuff. Madden's a shell of what it was. It's the same game every year. You guys know all the complaints. I just couldn't keep doing it. I couldn't keep doing it. I had to move on from Madden.
Next lot. $15. $20.
$109. Madden 04 on PS1. Pretty cool. Pretty nostalgic. Space Jam, $625. It's the cover athlete. Well, it's a video game character, right? Michael Vick is just a video games character. NFL Blitz 8.0A on PS1. Does it get as much love on PS1? I don't know if it does. The last 8.5A plus was last year in February for $336. Wii Sports is like, okay, low key, Jacob. I think Wii Sports is a grail. Go out there and try to find yourself a first print factory sealed Wii Sports. It is fucking difficult, man.
Next lot.
It is not easy to find first print copies still factory sealed. You are going to find second prints, third prints, fourth prints all day long. But it is hard, man, to find first prints. I finally got myself one a couple months ago. And that's after like I didn't look for it specifically. You know what I mean? I wasn't looking for Wii Sports specifically, but for years, I have been checking every single copy I see.
Fair warning.
I finally got one. Jeez, man. NFL Blitz, $119. Not much love on the PS1 there. Blitz 2000, 9.8A for $287.50. Blitz 01, 9.8A plus. What do you mean you're seeing a bunch of not solds retro replay? Or replay retro?
Fair warning.
Where are you seeing all these not solds coming up? Or what are you,
Next
what are you seeing?
$1.
Yeah, I don't have any not solds on my screen either here. As far as I know, the video game category, as an entire category, does not have reserves.
Fair warning.
There should not be anything not sold. Just refresh? Or yeah, you might be saying it to him, not me, but... Yeah, you're probably saying it to him to just refresh. I'm not having any not solds on my screen here, so
Fair warning.
not sure. I can post you another link here to the auction.
$240. $650.
NBA 2K3 versus book for $30 there.
$700.
This is one of the most unique items in the entire auction here. It's a Microsoft Xbox Series S MLB The Show 23 Special Edition console with case, base, framed controller plates, and a bat. Like, if you are into console collecting or you like this niche one-off stuff, this is incredible, man. Xbox Game Pass, MLB The Show 23 there, beautifully framed. You get the custom console, the base. You get, like, this is sick, man. This is genuinely sick as hell. So,
Fair warning.
unused Xbox Series S bundle. Yeah, very, very, very cool. I don't know where this released. Does it say?
Fair warning. $1,040.
This incredible set wasn't available for purchase. It was awarded as part of the MLB The Show 23 sweepstakes hosted by Xbox in 2023. You had to follow Xbox on Twitter and retweet a promo code using hashtag MLB sweepstakes.
$500.
Like, there you go. Right? Like, not for sale, contest win, all that stuff. And just insane if you are into these extremely rare consoles, giveaways, you know. Obviously, this stuff has a very dedicated crowd that chases after it. $1,750 for it. It's cool. It's cool. Is that how much it's worth? I have no idea. This stuff never comes up. It never has, you know what I mean? There is no such thing as fair market value on so much of this stuff, but $1,750 is frickin' cool, man. Frickin' cool. Yeah, the first ever Tony Hawk would also be super, super cool to have. I agree fully on that. The RC Pro-Am art is pretty nice. Does art usually outperform the sealed game? It just depends what the art is, Ted. Art as itself is a very broad thing to say. So this right here is a video game promotional standee art, which is, yes, selling for $1,750 here. So some of the art absolutely blows past the price of games. Some of the art, though, isn't necessarily super... not like prolific, but like some of it is God, I can't think of the words now. Like first sketches or not finished products or you know what I mean.
Fair warning.
I can't think of the right words now though. There's certain art words that I can't think of. It's not iconic, it's just that it's like sketches, but not sketches, like first run throughs. I can't think of the word, man. It's not prototypes. It's not called prototypes in art. It has a specific word, but it's like that. The first runs, right? Like where corrections are made and all that stuff. Maybe this one is. Game Boy original video game box art, the original color comp artwork. So yeah, this one's a color comp. So this is not a finished product right here, right? So it sells for $750 still. Preliminaries. Oh my God, preliminary. Thank you, Evan. Holy shoot, man. I was ready to end it all. I could not get the word preliminary. Couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. Couldn't do it to save my life. So yes, sometimes you get color comps, preliminaries, rough sketches, and that stuff, it's hit and miss as much as it's going to sell for. The closer you get to a final actual piece of art, right? Like the final art that was used for actual publication, the more expensive it gets. The earlier the artwork is, generally speaking, is cheaper. The standee art did well. It was a nice big piece. Yeah, that's published artwork, right? This was actually used on the standee for it. Where the hell was it there? $1,750. What are the most expensive items in the whole auction here? Stephen Peringer. So this is going to be actual published final draft type of art here. And yeah, 30 by 28, 28 by 26 on the actual piece. Like beautiful. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful piece, right? And that's why that gets up to $1,750. And that other one there was a color composite, which is earlier in the entire process of making the art, which generally speaking is going to go cheaper. If you are a big art collector and I'm totally butchering these descriptions of it and stuff, I'm sorry. It is hard. It is its own world. It's hard to... I'm not an expert, right? I'm not an expert on it. There is a dedicated Facebook group for artwork if you want to get into it, if you want to learn more, if you want to go down that rabbit hole. There's a dedicated group, some of the smartest guys who know the most about art that exist for video game stuff. So video game art collectors on Facebook, original video game art on Facebook, something like that. You can find the group if you want. If you want to learn more, go to that group and ask questions. Those guys know everything. Those guys know freaking everything. Have you heard of Hakes Auction? Water VGA sent you papers with your graded games. Do you know if it's any good? Hakes is an auction house that exists. Primarily, I think they're toys. I think that's their bread and butter. Every now and then you might see some video games on there, but Hakes does not specialize video games. I think they're like toys is their big one. But yeah, Hakes is fine. Like, yeah, Hakes is good for sure. Make sure you like read about how much the buyer premium is on there and like any kind of rules about the auctions. But I think I've bought a couple things from Hakes over the years, but I don't go there often because, yeah, I think you don't have final on Rad Gravity, retro or replay retro. I don't think you have the final art. I think you have a late, again, right? This is where it all gets technical because I don't think it was final art on Rad Gravity because I remember what you purchased. Rad Gravity, what the heck did you buy? Rad Gravity art. What did you get? Maybe you have the original preliminary box art. Yeah, so this is what I mean here. We're talking about prelims again, right? So this is, it's a preliminary. So not the final published art. If it was the final published art, this price would probably be $15,000. Like, you know what I mean? It's going to 10x if you have the final piece. This here is still being worked on, still being, you know what I mean? But yeah, it's still beautiful. Don't get me wrong. I just, given that there's specific words and stuff, I don't want to, or I want to make correction if I can. But yeah, still a beautiful piece. Don't get me wrong. Just original NES box art, like the final things, are expensive as they're expensive, dude. They're expensive and they hardly ever exist. Do I think Ocarina of Time will ever be a staple top tier game? Oh, I do, for sure. It's not that I don't think Ocarina of Time is a staple top tier. Like, even right now it is, right? The 9.8 A++ is like, what, 50,000, 40,000? It's somewhere up there. It's just in 10 years, I think other games are going to be more expensive than it in like 9.8 A++ grade, simply because Ocarina of Time does have more supply. There were more cases of it. The collector's edition is more available. I just think there's more other games that will pass it. Ocarina of Time in 10 years is probably still going to be a top 10 top 25, most expensive video game sold, right? The 9.8 A++ Ocarina of Time, it's very likely going to continue to pace the market for 10 to 15 years. Make no mistake. I just don't think it's going to break into the top 10 in 10 years. Too many of them out there is the biggest drawback for me. Still an amazing game, one of my favorite games, but that's my own speculation and, outlook on Ocarina of Time. You'll find the final then. There we go. Replay Retro. There we go. Final preliminary. That's what threw you off. Yep. Yeah, it's all very... it's all technical. There's all words for all of this stuff. Just final box art is expensive as hell, which is why I was like, hey, you didn't... You know what I mean? Hey, you didn't buy a final piece. Breath of the Wild 7 controller misprint Wii U in 10 years? Oh, first print Switch all day. First print Switch all day. Yeah, where's Jeremy when we need him, right? Where's Jeremy when we need him? Top of the auction, though, boys. Pro Sport Hockey 7.5 B+ for $3,750. I am kind of shocked. I'm kind of shocked that Rare NES took the top of the auction. Not to say it's a bad game or anything, but like 7.5 B+ ultra rare niche Pro Sport Hockey outsold, RBI Baseball 9.8 A+ early print there, $2,750. Kobe Bryant NBA Courtside 9.8 A++ all-time game, right, on N64 here. Great sports title, Kobe Bryant. WWF No Mercy, VGA 95 uncirculated, and even the very custom Xbox Series S stuff. $1,750, right? Like, Pro Sport Hockey outsold all that, man. All that stuff. You could have almost had No Mercy and the custom Xbox S. You could have almost had the wrestling and the custom, or the artwork, you know what I mean? You could pick 2 of the top 10 items here. Kind of crazy. Kind of crazy, man. Kind of crazy. More than I expected it to sell for. Jeremy Amato, you're here. He's here. The game that sold for the least. I'm not going to count these magazines because, like, I mean, of course, these magazines sold for very little. They're just not super, you know, collectible type of things. But Madden 07, tonight's biggest loser. Madden 07 8.0 A plus Game Boy Advance. Who is that? LT on the cover? Sean Alexander. I think it's Sean Alexander. Are they not even going to tell me? They're not even going to tell me who's on the cover. They don't care. Who's this bum? Who's this bum on the cover of Madden 07? I think it's Sean Alexander. 8.0 B plus for $49. $49, baby. You got to celebrate keeping the house pineapple pizza. Yes. I had sushi yesterday with Mom for the birthday. We went and got some Dubai chocolate, the trend. You guys should know the trend of Dubai chocolate, right? It's everywhere. Had to go get a sundae of that. First time I've eaten it. Pretty tasty. Pretty tasty stuff. I don't know if it's going to last long, but it was unique. It was kind of fun. I'd probably rather just eat normal chocolate, to be honest, but pretty tasty stuff. Dubai chocolate is so expensive. Yeah, dude, my sundae was like $15. 15 Canadian, so I guess like what, 11 US? But yeah, it was freaking expensive, man. It's freaking expensive. Might even been 16 Canadian. It was fucking expensive, but it was good. It was good. It was worth trying, right? Got to try it once type of thing. Sticky possibly, but you can't think of many NES covers like that outside of superhero stuff. Is Dubai chocolate the same as the Dubai collection? Basically the same thing. Basically the same thing. I'm guessing Robin is happy with this sale. I know that. I'm pretty sure the Pro Sport Hockey was his tonight. Hey, Robin Mihara there. Collector, known in the community, all that good stuff. Pretty sure Robin should be happy with the sale at $3,750. I don't know how much more you could expect out of it, to be honest with you. I don't know how much more anyone could expect. Like, Josh, you have to think this is pretty decent, no? Very, very, very rare, Mike. Very rare NES title. It's not like the, it doesn't get the kind of love of like Flintstones or Samson or like, you know, the most notorious factory sealed ultra rare games. But like Pro Sport Hockey is rare as hell, man. Rare as heck. So 3,750, 7.5B. Should be 5 to 10K based on rarity. Wow. Interesting. Are there any on the VGA Pop Report? Or is this truly like the only one even on Pop Reports? VGA, CGC, all that stuff. Did Seth mention if it would have gone over $500? Yeah, asking the real questions, Alma. None on the VGA, none on the CGC. Wow. Wow. Hey, so there you go. The only copy. The only copy known sealed to exist unless there's other ones sitting in private collections. Yeah, the grade itself, obviously, didn't do it any favors. 7.5B+. I'm not sure why it's graded so low. What's wrong with it? Staining, maybe? I saw it had a little bit on the back. But, like, really, yeah, it doesn't look that bad for a 7.5B+. No notes on the back. Mass Gamer owns one. There should be a VGA one. Gotcha. Yeah, I wonder if this is a regrade candidate. Hey, graded back in 2022. Wonder if you could turn this into an 8 or something. Why is it a B+? Where's it ripped? I'm just not seeing it, you know? Usually 7.5 B+ is absolutely disgusting. This really doesn't look that bad. You might even be able to clean up a little bit of that staining around the you might be able to clean up some of this staining, like you can see around this vent hole right here. It's a little bit ugly. You might be able to clean that up somewhat. It just doesn't look that bad. Down here, you might be able to clean up a bit, but 3,750 ends it. Super curious if the buyer will go public with it. Super curious if the buyer will go public with it or not. But that'll do it for the Sports Showcase auction. What a freaking auction. What a freaking auction, hey? Sports fans absolutely going wild out here. All 70 of you, all 50 of you, all 43 of you to close out the auction. Wow. Wow, if there were any more of you, the stream would crash. That's so many people. Holy moly. Ay. Trying to convince gamers to care about sports, hey? Trying to convince gamers to care about sports. That's a tough one. Is that the most expensive Jalico game? Probably. I don't know. Is that Jalico isn't known for having super rare expensive games, so I'm just gonna assume yes. Off the top of my head, I can't think of anything else Jalico that's like super sought after. And even this isn't sought after, it's just rare as hell, you know what I mean? Kind of funny. Should have a bait in the title like Pokemon. Oh yeah, Signature's coming up next Friday, right? Friday, Saturday for the Signature next week? Jeez, we'll have to make a little video with Henry here talking about everything coming up. We'll have to do another primer video for the Signature. It's crazy. It's crazy. It's Signature time again, you guys. It's crazy. It's Signature time again. Jeez. Oh, I'll have everything. I'll have everything. We'll do a podcast episode, probably be an hour long here this weekend, talking about all the hot takes, what we expect out of the Signature, all that stuff. So there's a lot to say. I need to browse it more, you know what I mean? I need to go through, I need to see what's really in there. Honest to God, I kind of like, I try not to fill my head with Signature stuff because there's still all the showcases I have to remember stats for, and like, you know what I mean? I comb through those auctions, and then I don't want to like try to, you know what I mean? There's a lot of numbers and stuff to think about here as we go through auction over auction over auction. My head has enough numbers and stuff in it that we leave the Signature for when the Signature comes type thing. But huge thanks to Heritage Auction sponsoring tonight. Hopefully you guys picked some cool stuff up. I think there were some great prices. I know grades weren't the best on some stuff, but like, I think there were some great prices, some great collection pieces. So hopefully you picked some stuff up tonight. I didn't win anything. My bids weren't even close, but it is what it is. Huge thanks to Heritage sponsoring. Huge thanks to you guys being here. Videogames@ha.com to reach out. Referral links in the description. If you want to sell anything, reach out. Hit the like button too. Hit the like. I appreciate you guys. I'm back on Tuesday. Join the Discord. Link in the description. All that good stuff. And have a good rest of your night. Have a great weekend. Have a great rest of your night. Signature week is upon us. Have a good night, everybody. Take care, guys.